Nope, that I'd remember.
A.K.A. Robert or Bob Ravelli.
Sorry.
That's funny because our phone records show that Bobcat called you 3 times the other day.
I'm a reporter at the New York Sentinel. You can't imagine how many calls I get.
Mr. Ravelli's shortest call was almost 4 minutes, Mr. Kellogg.
Ravelli? Sure. My bad. Yeah, we spoke. I told him the same thing I told the FBI after the interview was published.
What interview?
Last week, I published an interview with Mitchell Moss. He's the bookstore heir.
What exactly did you tell the FBI?
Moss called me out of the blue here at the office. I had no idea where he was calling me from. The feds traced the call and discovered it was from a throwaway cell phone. Mitchell Moss and I broke bread, steaks, actually, a couple of days before I published the interview.
Well, what about the 4-hour phone call the FBI traced?
I had to call my machine.
You never considered dropping a dime on Moss?
Why would I?
Well, maybe to be a good citizen? Maybe so he wouldn't rape somebody else's daughter?
That's not my job, is it?
You see, that's why you guys are moving to the top of America's most despised list.
But anything Mitchell Moss and I might have discussed is protected by law.
And it didn't bother you that he might have recently moved up to murder?
We distrust the Sentinel. What would happen to that trust if I started betraying sources? And if Deep Throat couldn't rely on Woodward and Bernstein's confidence, Nixon's face might be on a mountain.
Oh, yeah. I bet women chase after you. Ooh, yeah.
What? I don't know where that's coming from, but the only woman I want all over me right now is you. I don't want to rush you.
Yeah.
You're not ready.
Oh.
When you're ready, let me know.
Baby, you're not rushing me. Okay, I'm ready.
I'll kiss you. I'll kiss you goodnight.
Cece, what are you doing?
What's it look like I'm doing?
I don't know. It's been so long, I forgot.
Well, let's make up for lost time.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Enrico, baby, it's Sharice. I've been waiting for you to call me. I got my new teddy on.
Charisse! I'll call you back later. I'm in the middle of something.
We gotta talk.
Please, I ain't got nothing to say to a dog. Thank you.
That's not fair. I got something to say to you. Please.
What?
I did play you.
You're damn right you did.
And I'm sorry, but you played me too. You couldn't be honest and tell me it wasn't working for you.
Enrico, I was thinking maybe shit might reveal itself and I changed my mind.
What? We believe the shooting was accidental.
Then you won't mind if she explains them to us?
It will be off the record. Our divers recovered it yesterday. We confirmed it was Stroud's. He bought it legally in Florida. If Mr. McCoy has some facts to share with us, we'd be more than happy to consider them in our investigation.
The Navy's been dragging its feet.
That's completely inaccurate. We've recovered Stroud's weapon. OCCB is pulling a raid tonight on Sunder Walker's joint on 115. You all know the drill. We need some uniforms, so get yourselves an early meal. We'll notify you when we're ready.
A man called the Michelangelo of Manhattan.
Ignore the camera, Doc. Just carry on as usual. What about your breasts and buttocks?
With the skill of a great Renaissance sculptor, unsightly flesh is molded and suctioned away until all that remains is youth, or the illusion of youth. I'm out of here.
Thou leadest me the way that I was going with such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of all the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade and handle gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes.
You take care of your business and your problems, and then give my people a call.
Oh, man, that's on the other side of town. It's gonna mess up my whole day. I can't guarantee it. Not all of them. Well, one of them's a shut-off. Looks like the guy's going to Florida for the winter. Okay. Okay. I'll do what I can. It's not like it's my fault, okay? I said okay, okay?
I know how I got the job in the first place. It was obvious. One black face in the entering group of reporters. Come on, you don't have to be a rocket scientist.
And no one ever accused you of that?
I never asked for the promotions. Someone would just call me up into their office and say, we're bumping you up.
You never asked why?
Look, I'm black. When I got my byline at the Sentinel, you should have seen the people in my neighborhood. It was like I landed on the moon. I was some kind of hero, a role model. I was proud that I was all of a sudden an important part of the black community. I get calls from Jesse Jackson, have dinner with Spike Lee. Al Sharpton wanted my opinion.
If I were in your shoes...
You can't be in my shoes. I didn't just have to be competent. I had to be superior. Racism. That is an extreme belief that a racial group poses a threat unsupported by reality.
So what about Ray Burroughs?
I believe his racist attitude so interfered with his behavior that he thought that killing Mr. Reddick was not only not wrong, it actually was justified. If we want to do anything about prevention, we must consider racism as a form of mental disorder.
What about blacks killing whites?
It doesn't matter who kills whom, not as long as the individual suffers from racist delusions. Society doesn't encourage people to admit being racist. In fact, we ostracize them when they do. We did the same thing to people suffering from cancer in the 50s, AIDS in the 80s.
You'd compare a racist to a cancer patient?
I know firsthand what it is to experience prejudice, Mr. McCoy. But if we continue to deny racism as a form of mental illness and attack it solely on cultural grounds, we lose any chance to treat it.